Welcome to another episode of While the Kids Are Sleeping.
I'm Nat Zara.
I'm Incisive. Food, glorious food.
Oh, my favourite thing.
This episode is centered around food.
Oh, fantastic.
So, one of the, as you know, I think a lot in the shower, and that's where these episodes come from sometimes. A lot of the episode ideas. So one of the bullet points I've got in my notes on my phone is, it says, try something new on the menu. That's all it says.
Yeah. Where did I go? I went somewhere the other day. I can't remember.
What I find is restaurants or dining places that we frequent.
Yeah.
We tend to order.
You get the same thing, don't you?
The same thing.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, true.
Every time.
And it's funny because before you got there, you didn't know what you wanted. So, do you know what I mean?
Exactly. There was a time, first time you went, you didn't know. And then you got that thing and you thought, that's nice.
Oh, yes, great.
I'm happy
That's
with
it now.
I'm
done. That's what I'm going to get. But I don't want to try something new I don't like, and I've wasted my... this is
the problem. That's the problem. It's the pressure. And that's,
I went out with some friends, and a friend of mine literally said, I'm going to order something that I haven't had before. And she liked it, actually.
And do you know what the funny thing is? The scale, and this is my logic, and you're going to see it now, the scale of money that you may lose from dining out or even having lunch and getting something that you haven't done before and you didn't like it is not that much in comparison to holidays, which is why I like to go to the same place every year, the same hotel, and that will roll their eyes. But you're willing to risk holiday money.
Yeah, because...
Wait, let me finish. You're willing to risk holiday money, which is thousands, I'm going to say. Yeah. Hundreds, if not thousands. But you're not willing to risk dining money, which is at lunchtime maybe a tenner, £20. At best for dinner, a couple £100. You're not willing to risk that, but for holiday, you're willing to explore and potentially mash up your whole holiday.
No.
Listen to the logic. That is what it is.
It's different logic. Firstly, if I just go into a restaurant blind and order something that I've never ordered before, and I don't like it, I'm still hungry. I didn't research the meal that I was gonna
go home and
I should have had.
Yeah.
But you're at the restaurant, you want to eat, you want to feel, do you know what I mean? You're hungry at that point.
I could say the same thing about holiday.
If you go on a holiday, you're gonna research. You're gonna find, bruv, you just be researching. So I don't act like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. Like,
people go on holiday and they didn't like it.
That happens. That happens.
It happens.
That's natural. That's normal. That can happen. It's probably happened to everybody at some point. But I'm saying you do a lot more research when you're traveling than
you could research about your
choosing
restaurant.
something off of a menu.
Okay, well, that's your rebuttal, but I'm not sure I accept it. But furthermore, even if it is an acceptable rebuttal, it does highlight that you should be more willing to try different things.
I should be. You're right.
So I'm going to start with some facts and another story, actually. It's a short story, but just like, what would you do?
You're full of stories today.
It's a new episode, new story. So this is some interesting facts about people's menu choices in restaurants.
Go on, I want to hear these facts.
Research shows that the layout and design of a menu can significantly impact what diners choose. For example, items placed in the top right or with highlighted sections are more likely to be selected.
Is it? The top right, okay.
Yep, menu design plays a crucial role. So there's the eye scanning patterns, the golden triangle. When a customer opens a menu, their eyes typically move in a pattern called the golden triangle. They start in the middle.
Right.
They move to the top right.
Yeah.
And then they move to the top left. So restaurants often place their most profitable dishes in these areas to increase their chances of being selected. And then you're selected every time. Look at that.
Oh.
Many menus use a decoy effect. A more expensive item as a decoy to make mid-price dishes seem more reasonable by comparison. You're never going to order the most expensive thing on the menu, are you? So let's just put on, I don't know, glazed chicken in a bed of couscous and rice, and we're going to charge £400 for that. And then
instead of the £700 ragu.
Exactly. This influences diners to spend more than they initially planned. High margin items are placed in prominent positions. Top categories are in separate boxes. This technique also draws eyes to specific dishes without overwhelming the customer. Yeah, there's a lot of psychology in the menus.
I didn't think of that actually.
Yeah. High-end restaurants tend to avoid photos. Casual dining restaurants include them to tempt diners visually.
Nobody wants a photo.
Sometimes I want a photo, you know.
You want a photo? Why?
Who's got photos? What's that Chinese place in Dubai that we used to frequent? PF Chang's. The young PF Chang's.
You don't need pictures.
They had pictures in there. No, that's what got me into the
Into the what?
What do we have with the fried rice?
Mongolian beef.
What,
you saw a picture and you thought, that looks so nice.
Many restaurants have stopped using currency symbols, pound signs and dollar signs on their menus because research shows that diners spend more when prices are simply
just a
numbers.
Number. You always say that.
Yeah, it's true.
You say it about something else though.
When
some
people
just say,
if you know when people got money, you know when people got money when they don't say the pounds. If you ask, how much was that new car? 39? No, what is it? Or like, how much was that jacket? 40. If they just say 40 and then they say 40 pounds, baller.
Why?
You know money and you know money well. Baller. How much is that? 75?
I'm going to start saying that.
Yeah, if they don't say the pounds, then it's funny. So that was that. So here's the interesting story. So this is the what would you do? Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a lunch place that I frequent now. I stopped. I say frequent too frequently.
Yeah.
No.
I know what you're saying.
There's a lunch place that I go to, and recently I've been trying to eat more healthily.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on this regime now. Gym, healthy eating, less carbs, all of that.
Okay.
So I need to order different things on the menu. Yeah.
Right.
I try and get salads, but try and like mix it up or whatever. So I've gone to this place, lunchtime place. I used to normally just get like a panini, tuna mayo with cheese panini, whatever. I'm getting something else now.
Okay.
So I've managed to put together something that I like that seems healthy to me.
Okay.
It's like a couscous salad with like, I think it's got pumpkins in it, whatever. Couscous and pumpkin salad.
Maybe butternut squash.
Butternut squash, that's it. I don't even know what it is. Couscous and butternut squash salad. And then I add some chicken from some other thing. I forgot what the chicken is. But I've got to mix it all together and then they've got to give me a special price. So I ordered this special thing.
Right.
The man behind me is watching whilst I'm ordering this thing. And because it's always like quite complicated. I'm like, oh no, can you not do that? Don't add the normal thing. Don't put the bread there. Just put the chicken from that. The chicken, yeah. Just put me 2 pieces of chicken from there and then blah, blah, blah. So, and he's watching.
Okay.
So then I'm waiting for them to do it. And then they've asked him, can I help you? And he said, I'll get what that guy ordered.
You've created a meal now.
I've created a meal now. But I've looked over like a nod, just to get some acknowledgement, yeah? And he sort of looked at me and looked away and just keep looking straight. Not even acknowledging me. And I wanted to tell him, don't give him that. Don't give him that.
Because that's off menu.
That's mine. That's off menu and that's mine. And he's stolen it and he's trying to not even acknowledge me. What would you do? Because I actually wanted to say, you're welcome.
No, you could have just said, it's literally so nice. I would have said, it's so nice. It's lovely.
Nah, but the way he tried to, he looked and then he looked away and he was just looking straight. You know when someone's just looking straight and you're looking at them and you know they're looking straight because they don't want to look at you?
Yeah, but you just need to say something so that he knows that you know.
I know. He knew I know because that's why he's looking straight.
If you don't say nothing, he gets away with it. He's like that.
He's just looking straight.
Maybe he doesn't really know. But when you say something...
So this is what you would have done?
Probably. I'd have just been a bit cheeky about it. Like, oh, God, it's so lovely. You're going to love it.
Mad. I wanted to say...
You're going to love it. I literally order it off menu all the time.
I wanted to say to them, don't give that to him or no one because why is he... Who's he?
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, that was my experience.
Oh, well done for getting something different, bro.
Right. And then there was a question actually I had. A final question. Here we go. Have you ever had a dining experience where the setting or atmosphere completely overshadowed the food itself? What made the experience stand out?
As in, the atmosphere was a lot nicer than the food? Or?
It overshadowed it. Yeah, it was the bigger point. The setting or the environment completely overshadowed the food.
I can't think like properly, but I think maybe when I went to Amsterdam, the restaurant was really like, I think it was more like Instagrammable. It was like really pretty but the food was just meh.
Okay, what do you remember what the restaurant's called?
No idea. Can't remember.
Okay.
But it looked really nice.
What
It looked
kind of
lovely.
stuff?
It was
Flower
like
walls and
it was like pink and a bit of leopard print and
Right.
just it was just Instagrammable, that sort of look, and
Okay.
a flower booth and all that sort of thing. But the food was
Meh.
it was expensive, but it was just
So it was completely overshadowed by the atmosphere and the environment.
I guess so, yeah, if that's what you mean. But I think lots of places are probably like that, to be honest, nowadays.
yeah,
I don't think
it's
that's
true.
hard to do.
Yeah, fair enough. I've got one that was a standout. Interestingly, with you.
Oh, is it?
You might not remember until I
Oh,
say it.
really? Go on.
We went to a restaurant, I think it's still around in Clerkenwell, called Dan's Le Noir.
Oh, yeah, the dark restaurant.
So this is a restaurant that is pitch
Oh, yeah.
black. They black out the windows. They black out everything. You
God,
can't see
I remember
anything in there.
this.
And I believe the waiters are all blind.
Yeah, I think they're maybe
I think
blind
the
or
waiters
partially
are blind or
something.
partially
Yeah.
blind. And you go in there and you're basically blind and you have to be...
What's it called again?
Dan's Le Noir.
Oh, yeah.
DANS space LE space NOIR.
Yeah, I remember.
So when you go in, you got to put your hand on the waiter's shoulder, and they guide.
And they guide
through.
you in a
'Cause
group.
in a group,
Yeah.
and each person behind holds the person's shoulder because you can't see your hand in front of you.
So dark.
So dark. And I remember when we went. So the reason it's dark is it's meant to obviously rob you of your visual sense, and therefore enhancing your other senses, your sense of smell, your sense of taste, and
Yeah.
the food's meant to be.
Yeah.
I remember I was in there and I just ended up eating with my hands because no one's gonna see me.
She was eating with my
I
hand.
was eating my hands, eating my salad with my hands.
I picked up some jelly with my hand at one point.
Yeah, because you can't
'Cause
see
you
your
can't
food.
really
You can't see
see.
your food. You
Yeah.
can't see anything. But what I remember about that was meant to be an interesting
God.
experience itself. But I remember I've got a really good sense of smell. Anyway, it's actually annoying because
Yeah,
I smell
wouldn't say
everything.
good sense of smell. You've got a annoying sense of smell.
Annoying, overwhelmingly good sense of smell. But I think the people sitting next to us
They were in our group.
so they came in with us and then they were sitting next to us, maybe on the same time. I don't even know if the tables were joined. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, they were right next to us.
Right next to us, the guy had BO.
I mean, we don't know who it was. It was one of them.
I know it was the guy. I could hear him and smell him at the
Oh, it
same
was
time.
disgusting.
He had overwhelming BO. And so every time I tasted the food,
Oh.
I just smelt this BO guy.
He stunk.
It was awful.
He
Full of
actually
awe.
stunk. He actually stunk. But it was worse because we
couldn't see, so our senses were enhanced.
Yeah.
And at the end, I think we complained, and the waiters actually knew as well, so they gave
Yeah.
us all the money off.
No, I think
They gave us all the money
was
off.
it 50% off?
Or 50% off,
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that. Yeah. So that was one. I would like to go back, but that ruined it for me.
Yeah.
I'd like to go back and try it properly.
I don't know if I'd even rush back. Because
'Cause I
when
don't
I think
think
about it,
the
what was
food-
I
the food
even
wasn't-
eating?
what was I eating? They could have given you-
Because they say, oh, choose a meat, fish,
fish, or
or veg or vegan. I don't even know. Vegan, yeah, whatever. But I don't think...
You don't know what you're eating.
You don't know what you're eating.
They
And
could be
then
giving you-
afterwards you leave and they're like, oh, just so you know, you eating ostrich.
Yeah. You were eating.
And I was like, oh,
eating fried
okay.
rat. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't think I'd rush back, to be honest.
I can't see myself going there again.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Episode.